So Floyd Mayweather is donating money to families in Maui for this firestorm, I guess, that they had. And I've got a couple things to say about that. Is y'all ready to joke? Let's joke.
Come on, Blazer.
It's a beef for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Voodoo Doll TV back with a quick little joke or whatever the case may be. And we are now talking and joking Floyd Mayweather. Now, in case you guys haven't noticed, Floyd Mayweather recently is in the news or in media, social media, whatever you want to call it. But he's in the media for donating to families in Maui because there was a firestorm or some sort of wildfire that happened out there. And he's donating to, I want to say, up to 60 families. And he's giving them room and board. He's giving them money. He's giving them everything. And, you know, on the surface, this is a great thing. I mean, all in all, this is really a good thing that he's doing that. But I had a couple things I wanted to talk about because I was going into the comment sections and I saw there were people who were for this, who were just like, oh, this is so great. And there were other people who had other things to say about it. And some of them shared my sentiments as well. So let's get into what's going on. So I initially saw this post on Twitter and then went to Instagram because for some odd reason, I feel like the conversation is a little deeper on Instagram. But nevertheless, this is where I saw it at first. And it says, developing over 100 people who were forced to flee the terrible wildfires in Maui are receiving tremendous support from Floyd Mayweather. In addition to paying for the flights of nearly 70 million families to safety, he is also giving them lodging, food, and clothing. So it looks like he's giving them a place to stay, food, and also lodging. So shout out to him in clothing as well. I went and found this article and it says, Floyd Mayweather helped 68 displaced families affected by Maui wildfires. It reads, Floyd Mayweather stepped up to help victims of Maui wildfires. The retired boxer is providing care for 68 families affected by the tragedy. Mayweather offered to pay for the expenses for the families, including plane tickets from Maui to Honolulu and hotel stays for several weeks. And he is also supplying them with food from local restaurants, Black Enterprise reported. It also goes on to say he is also working with H&M to provide them with clothing. Mayweather says his good deeds aren't for attention, but to offer aid to those in need. At least 55 people have unalived, the Associated Press reported. The tragedy is considered the island's worst disaster since a tsunami hit back in 1960, unaliving 61 people on the Big Island. Josh Green, the governor of Maui, expects the unalived toll to rise as rescue crews continue to search for human remains. So this is basically what that article is reading, and I just wanted to get into a couple things. First of all, shout out to Floyd Mayweather for stepping up to the plate and helping these people, because I'm pretty sure this is something that they are in dire need and dire strait for and will basically be able to use, because I don't know anything about fires. However, I was one of the Hurricane Katrina survivors, victims, whatever you want to call it, and I know how important it is to have aid when you need it. And speaking of, we're going to get into that. So shout out to him for doing that. And then my second thought, when I thought about what he was doing, I said, well, maybe he's, giving back and, and all this is from the heart. But also, this is a tax write-off, because we know people like Floyd Mayweather, who makes all these millions upon millions of dollars, are covered in taxes, okay? So he's probably doing that for a tax write-off as well. And I'm not saying he's not doing it with pure intentions at heart. What I'm saying is it could be a twofold thing. He could basically be doing it to, pay off some taxes or whatever the case may be. Now, when I went into the comments on Instagram, I started noticing there were differences of opinion. There were people who were saying, oh, this is so great. Shout out to Floyd. This is dope. And then there were other people saying, well, hey, there are, families here that's in dire need of help. There are homeless people. There's a whole bunch of people here that you could be helping, Floyd. Why are you going all the way to Maui to help these folk? And that's what made me get this conversation started with you guys, because I really want to get your opinion. I get this because this was one of the first things people see and people say, and then everybody go to liking and, kind of like mind your business type of troll type of thing. The first comment I saw was, it's his money. He could do whatever he wants to do with it. He doesn't have to do what you guys say to do. And then that gets like 1,000,000,001 likes. Because it is true. It is true on the surface. That is true. Nobody's telling Floyd what to do with his money. But people can have an opinion on our people on why you're not spending it where it needs to be spent. As black people, we are one of the lowest in socioeconomic status right now, right? We have very few people, or puppets that I call them, that they allow to get really, really rich, and they allow to like floss in front of our face to give us the false sense and false hope that we can be that just as well. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it's not probable. Let's just be honest, right? So they let these people, make all this money so they can floss them in front of us on our TV screens, giving us this false sense of hope that we can be just that. Same thing they did with Barack Obama. They put him up there and basically made it seem like he is something that we can attain. And we all know it's not impossible. It's just not probable. Not to mention Barack Obama is African and not nigga, but that's a whole other story. But getting back to the story. So yeah, they gave Floyd Mayweather, along with his talent, but they gave him an opportunity to be one of those, rich black people. And they make us think that those are the things and levels of stardom and fame and fortune that we can achieve, when the fact of the matter is we cannot achieve those things. Again, they're not impossible. They're just not probable. But ultimately, it causes us to worship these celebrities. We worship these celebrities because we want them to make the decisions that we believe are best. And the fact of the matter is that is just never the case. So I went down to the comments, right, just to see what the people were saying. And I saw that somebody was like, yo, he could have did that down here, with us black folk in America. And that's not the case. Let me tell you why. When these puppets, and I'm calling them puppets because that's what they are, your Jay-Z's, your Beyonce's, when these puppets get in these positions, they are allowed in these positions. I get it from the bottom. At the bottom, we all thinking, oh my God, they're just so talented. That's why they get here. Your musicians, your rappers, your athletes, your actors, all these people that you see on this mainstream media that are sitting and rubbing shoulders with all these rich people are allowed in these spaces. These things would not be so if it was pure, like, God-given right. Because I'll tell you this, if that was the case, you'd see more of us. But neither here nor there. When they are put in these places and allowed in these spaces, they are also given rules. They are given rules that says, hey, you can do whatever you want with this, and this. But this, and this, you will not touch. Why do you think there's so much poverty in America? Why do you think there's so much issues in the urban community, and all these black celebrities, they all get this money and not one of them think about reaching back to fix it, or at least trying to help? Because they're told that they cannot do that. You know what I mean? And that's why you get Oprah going over there to going over there to doggone Africa and opening up a school for girls that they allegedly said that she doing some other stuff down there with them little girls. You know what I'm saying? But, she's opening up these schools in Africa and not here because she's not allowed to, just like the rest of these celebrities. Listen, you got to understand, when it comes to politics, social status, social economic status, and all these things that these celebrities, especially the black ones, are allowed the freedom to have, they know that they cannot do certain things in certain places. They will not, or cannot, and never will be able, as long as they're under the thumb of the so-called powers that be, they will never be able to do the things that they overseas right here in America for the black people, right? Listen, Floyd won't create a school in any inner city in America. He can open as many strip clubs as he wants, but he'll never create a school. Jay-Z won't open any institution because they both know, and all these other celebrities know, that they're not allowed. And that's just what it is. And you know what? It sucks, because if you're a celebrity worshiper, if you have celebrity worship syndrome, it kind of makes you a little upset, because you're just like, yo, like, you could do it over there, but you can't do it over here. And it really messes with you and touches your soul. But at the end of the day, these celebrities are propped up, dressed up people that they put on our medias, our social media, and our TVs, on our radios, and everywhere. And all they are there to do is just sell you this false sense of reality that you too can do what they are doing. That's all it is. These people are telling you or showing you something that you most likely will not attain. And I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to give you guys the real deal of what's going on behind the scenes with all of this stuff. Because they're not telling everybody everything. If you believe for 1 second all this stuff is theirs, then you're fooled. They took Kanye West's money in a couple of days. He was a billionaire until he wasn't. So, and I know y'all are looking at his cash, Floyd's cash, and y'all are saying, oh my God, he's got it. He's rich. You're crazy. No, it can all be taken away. Trust me when I tell you. And when you're under this false guise of celebrity worship syndrome, you look at these type of situations and it really gives you in your feelings, right? And when you are under such things such as celebrity worship syndrome, you really start to believe you can do these things. Like saying, oh my God, they made it. I can make it too. They made it. I can do that too. But they don't tell y'all that the ones who have made it, the things that they had to do to make it. And this is all in sports, music, every form of entertainment. It's everywhere. Everybody's got to go through the door, like Nori said. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, that's why he didn't do anything here in America, because he knew good and well that he absolutely just couldn't. That's just what it is. These people know what they can and cannot do. And what it is they cannot do this. They just can't. And, it's because the powers that be won't let them. They'll give to everybody else, but they'll never give to us. And if you notice, people in sports, they always give to the clear kids. You know what I mean? To the clear kids, the kids who have the sicknesses and all of that. And no shade, I'm here for it. But you rarely see them give to the black kids. And the reason you rarely see this is because they know that they cannot do that. And you know what sucks about that the most? Black boys are literally the ones who look up to these athletes the most. Black men make up the majority of all of these sports sectors, the NBA, and the NFL. If black men were to quit NBA and NFL, it would literally go out of business. I'm telling you what I know, not what I think. We are these places and these people, but they have found a way to hypnotize us and to trick us into believing that we are not. I said this in my live one day. I had a conversation with my homeboy at work, and he's a white guy, and I asked him, I said, why can't black people just have something for themselves? Why do white people always have to be included? And he said this to me. He said, because we are the majority. And I said, that's a lie. And he goes, well, that's not true. We are the majority, and plus we live longer. I said, okay, I'll give you that. You may live longer, but you guys don't have more babies per capita or per person, per woman, per female. And again, that's one of those tricks that America is playing on us. They're making us, everything they told you, believe the opposite, people. That's where I'm going with this. Everything that you have ever heard, believe the opposite. Everything that you see, believe the opposite. Like I said with Kanye West, he was a billionaire until he said something them people didn't like, and then he wasn't a billionaire. Believe the opposite of everything you see and hear. Floyd Mayweather helped them kids, and I ain't even got no issue with that. I have no issue with him helping them kids. And to be honest, I don't have no issue with him not helping the kids back here in America, because Floyd, like all the others, know that if the powers that be even thought that they were trying to open up any institution to help black people, they know that they would get their wee-wee smacked. And that's just what it is. And they know what their places are, and they stay within those roles. They're not trying to move outside of those roles, because if so, everything will be taken from them, basically. So don't be alarmed, you guys, when you see this type of stuff. And let me say this too. I went down in the comments, he can do whatever he wants with his money. That's his money. Y'all mad about him spending his money. That is such a broke bitch mentality. Shut up. Because I get it's his money. But I find that it is a group of people who've never had anything or never had large sums of money and don't consistently get large sums of money. Really, only those people think that these rich people just have it all figured out. Y'all are crazy if you think that. Y'all are crazy if y'all think these people are free. They are not free, bro. None of these people are free. They are in prison just like we are here down at the bottom. The only difference is they get to live in nicer houses, drive nicer cars, shop and travel more than we do. That's all, fat. These people dealing with the same things we dealing with, fat. I'm telling you what I know, not what I think. Y'all got to be strong down there. Y'all got to be strong. Don't worry about it, dude, fat. I don't never aspire to be famous, and I honestly don't ever aspire to be rich. I only aspire to be able to live comfortably and pay my bills And whatever my child need, whatever my daughter need, get that for comfortably without worrying about it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I ever aspire to do, child. I'm not like all the rest of these celebrity worshipers, girl. It's given. Listen, let me say this. When you see fame, there's an absence of money. That's a bar spitting. Your girl over here spitting. And I know y'all gonna jump in the comments and be like, Floyd Mayweather do have money. He be having briefcases full of money. I be seeing all the cash. I said what I said. Nah. I said what I said. Nah. Anyways, yeah, girl. So, yeah. Y'all gotta be strong. I just want my people out there, y'all be strong. You know, Floyd Mayweather could go dance with the people down in Africa. They showing them all that love. Look at him, getting down low with them, dirty whining and all of that bull. And then he could turn around and give all his money to the people down there in Maui. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all not listening. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Them people don't have no control over themselves. I'm telling you, these are facts. These are facts. Why you think Floyd Mayweather stay out of the media so much? He ain't got no control over himself. He could buy all them watches with them probably fake diamonds, because we already know it done came out that a lot of these people are selling us fake diamonds. Talk about it. Let's talk about it. But we ain't gonna go there, because y'all gonna really get mad if I start really going where I want to go. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, that's why Floyd did that. And, you know, to the people in the comments on Instagram and on Twitter who got good and bad things to say, everybody's entitled to their opinion. If you want to say you feel some type of way about him giving to some clear people and not you, you have that right to do so. If you feel like it's his money and he could do what he want to do with it, you have that right to feel that way. Nobody's trying to tell you that you can't feel whatever way you feel. It's just the issue when people feel like you can't have an opinion because it's different from theirs. And that's just that on that. You know what I mean? But you guys, I really want you guys to understand how this stuff works, because none of these celebrities will tell you this except 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine sat down with DJ Academic's fat ass and basically spilled all the beans. And he literally is saying what I've been trying to tell you, and I'm going to continue to say it. These celebrities are puppets. These celebrities don't own nothing nothing. Even if it's in their possession, they don't own it. They have to do whatever the powers that be tells them. And if you think I'm BSing, I'm going to let 6ix9ine tell you. I'll come right back for some commentary.
Yeah, hold on. By the way, they're gonna take your tone to be like, you're mad, but in reality,
I'm stressing to tell them something.
In reality, this is why the old hip hop saying, the game is to be sold, not told. You're telling them the game. You're not selling it to them.
I'm trying to tell them.
You're actually giving it.
I'm trying to tell you how this game is marketed. Like I'm trying to tell you. Yo, the labels tell you. Yo, listen, you have to sit down with Spotify. Sit down with Apple. You have to do this interview. You have to. If you don't want to, you have to. You have to go see this person and sit down and talk to them. You have to go and do this. You have to. Yo, you
gotta check the boxes.
Literally, you can say, I don't feel like doing that. I don't even like that person. You have to. You're a puppet. You can't say certain shit. Take that down. Take it down right now. Okay, I'll take it down. Don't say that.
By the way, that's facts. I'll even say, this is why zero Rock Nation artists, we'll talk about that, but zero Rock Nation artists has spoken about what's been a trending topic recently. Can't talk about it. Your label is saying you can't do it.
You can't do it. You can't say
something. You have to be a puppet.
You can't say nothing bad about this. You have to follow the rules. You think people could call Little Uzi and say, you have to do this? Remember Little Uzi DJ with Drama? You can't drop music. When they got you by a fucking headlock, you can't drop music. You think people feel like being puppets? This is what I'm telling you. The industry is rigged. Industry is rigged. As much as you don't want to hear it, the industry is rigged. It's rigged.
No.
And that's coming from somebody successful.
Okay.
Somebody with millions of dollars. I don't have to tell you this.
On everything I know, I promise 6ix9ine is the only person mainstream that came out and really exposed this stuff. And I knew this before he exposed it, because listen, I thank God I'm an inquisitive person. I've always been since I was a little girl. I've always wanted to peel back the layers on stuff. And it never really made sense to me how the majority of the white people were doing good, but yet a lot of the black people were doing bad, but very few can make it up to the upper echelon. So I always pull back the layers on things. So when 6ix9ine got up here and said, yo, like, literally, you are a puppet. You have to do what these people are saying. It just confirmed what I already thought. It literally confirmed everything that I thought about this industry. All of it. It's not just the music industry. The same thing is happening in your acting, in your Hollywood. The same thing is happening for these athletes. You have to. Like he said, it's not that you don't want, you don't get it. I don't want to. You have to. Like, you do not own yourself. You heard doggone Sukihana when she said she don't even own herself. Let me let y'all see that.
I want to tell y'all I apologize and I'm sorry for what I'm about to say, but as far as this music stuff, I won't be doing this music stuff anymore. I started this because this was my dream, and you know, I wanted to make sure I could get me and my kids out the hood. It's always been my passion to rap. A while ago, I had signed a contract and I didn't know nothing about the business or this game out here. And just right now, I'm realizing that I signed my soul. I sold my soul to the devil. I signed myself to the devil. I don't even own myself no more. I sold my soul to the motherfucking devil, and I done prayed. I prayed and I prayed and I prayed. You know, and it's just like, I don't know if God can get me out of this, you know, and it's just like to the point where I don't even know, like, I just want to say I'm sorry to my fans. I know y'all love me. I know y'all believe in me, but I can't. I didn't know what I was doing back then, and I lost passion. I don't even believe that. I don't even believe in myself no more because of what I did. I did not know the game was like this. And I'm just ready to go back to school. I'm just ready to move away and go to school. I just want to tell everybody I'm sorry. And I won't be making any more music until I'm out of this contract. And who knows if that'll ever happen? Like, who knows if that can ever happen? I don't know. I done prayed and I prayed and I prayed. I don't even know if God can hear me at this point. But I just made the biggest mistake that I ever made.
So now you just heard her literally say every single thing that basically 6ix9ine said. She literally corroborated what 6ix9ine said when she said she don't know if she owned her own self. That's insanity. And it's not just the music industry, people. We have to be aware and we have to be smart. This isn't just a music industry thing. This is the industry, period. This is Hollywood. This is all of it. You know what I mean? Let's hear Nori talk about his door, and then I'll come back with some final commentary.
Oh, I've been there. There's a door that you could walk in. I'm not sure if it's or if it's the Illuminati. I just didn't take that door. I went straight. There's 3 different doors, right? There's 3 different ways to walk. There's to the left, there's to the right, and then there's straight. Straight is you're on your own. Let's see if you continue this success, young man. Okay. Let's see if it's all about your skills, young man. Let's really see that. Okay. And you went straight. To the right, I'm not sure if that's the whole shit right there. And then there's to the left, I'm not sure if there's some sacrifice shit going on right there. I'm not sure because I went straight.
So here we have yet another celebrity confirming what I've said. And the facts of the case are, and the facts of the matter is, like he said, there's a door. You go through the door. Sukihana signed her contract, went through the door. And that's why she's out here being the idiot girl that she is. And she could do so much better in life. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? Shout out to 6ix9ine for spilling the tea and telling us what I've already knew. Just confirming what I've already knew. Because at the end of the day, this all boils down to the Floyd Mayweather thing that we were talking about. If you believe for 1 second that Floyd Mayweather didn't go through any sort of door to get all the things that he have, all the riches and all the things that he have, if you believe that he got all of this strictly on his own merit and ability to fight, you are still in the matrix. You are still mentally enslaved. And that's just all I could do for it. That's all I could say at this point. So yeah, Floyd did what he could, not what he wanted, just what he could. Them people told him, hey, go donate this money. Allegedly, they said, hey, go donate this money to these people. They need help. Because if you don't do that, then we're going to take it off from you. And allegedly, that's what he did. If you ask me, but it works out for him anyway because he gets a tax write-off. And that's your answer, people. Y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think. Y'all believe Floyd Mayweather just wanted to help some people in Maui and not help his own people? Do y'all believe that Floyd Mayweather really is rich like this on his own merit and not by anybody allowing this to be his status? Drop down in the comments. I'm interested in hearing you guys' position, you guys' thoughts. I welcome all, even the ones that disagree with me. Thank you so much, guys, for coming to my TED Talk and watching my video. Seriously, you guys mean everything to me. Shout out to everybody who's following me, new followers, all of y'all. I truly appreciate y'all more than you know. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all of that stuff. Leave a comment in the comment section, and I'm curious to see y'all thoughts on this situation. And I will see you all later, child. Bye.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.